Please join me as we welcome Amy and Tony to their wedding canopy, their chuppah. Bruchim habayim. Blessed are those who come here. With hearts filled with blessing and love, we welcome you, Amy and Tony, in this moment filled with possibilities, hopes, and dreams. In this moment overflowing with gladness and joy, Bruchim habayim, we welcome you to a loving partnership.
But you seriously have wholeheartedly accepted that my growing up in a Perlmutter Schwartz household means that my glass isn't just half full, but that it overflows. And since you joined the picture, you have begun letting your cup overflow too, which is something I appreciate more than you know. This year has been filled with so much joy, so much adventure, and more love and care than I could have ever dreamed of.
Your kindness is effortless and something that I look up to and try to emulate. And although it basically never shows, as anyone who has ever sat in a car in traffic with me, when I swear at everyone who just will look. You've made an impact on me that I can't explain. The one thing I do know for sure is that every day I fall in love with you a little more. The best feeling in the world to be able to wake up and go to sleep with my best friend, to travel with you, to eat at new and usually questionable restaurants with you. To look at you and know what love looks like when it looks back at me. It usually scares me sometimes to realize that you might know me better than I know myself, but it's one of the greatest gifts of the year. You made me feel truly happy, and I can only wish to spend forever trying to make you as happy as you made me.
I always admired your courage and determination to chase after your dreams. Whenever I've been afraid of doing something, you've always been there to encourage and support me, no matter how big or small the scenario. And you know you can count on me to do the same for both you and now Amy. I was so honored when she asked if I would give a sister's speech so I could express my love not only for my sibling, but also for Amy, who I consider a sister, not an in-law. I knew she was a perfect match for my brother when I saw that he couldn't stop smiling whenever he saw her. And every conversation included something about Amy. Amy likes this. Amy and I did this. And I said, I need to meet this Amy.
To me, love isn't just a word, it's a feeling. It's a feeling that I get when I see you happy, and it makes me smile. It's the involuntary reaction of a response that allows me to put you first. It's the feeling of sadness when we're apart and the inexplicable level of fulfillment when we're together. That said, I promise to always eat blueberries with you. Whether it's in Maine or Boston or LA, middle of the night, middle of the day, underwear or fully dressed.
I'm so thankful for how much respect you have for me and my fiery independence, and how you do everything you can to let my light shine as bright as possible. You are someone who listens intently and supports and encourages me, making me feel like I am capable of anything I set my mind to. You show me daily how proud you are of me, and I couldn't ask for anything more.
As we've come to know Tony, we found him to be thoughtful, funny, driven, sensitive, and generous. I have seen you play with the grandkids, Teddy, Ellie, and Leo. And like your brother-in-law Adam and sister-in-law Laura, I know you and Amy will someday be wonderful parents.
Somehow that very car ride has led us to today, standing under this beautiful chuppah, ready to start our forever together. Thank you for finding me charming that night in the car instead of calling the cops, because honestly, there was a 50-50 chance it could have gone either way. I knew I loved you then, but knowing what I know now, I love you more every day.
You're even okay with infrequent weekend trips to places unknown, which only adds to your fun factor. Basically, you're the most perfect person in the world to me, and I couldn't feel luckier that you walked back into my world when you did. Here's to a lifetime of great date nights with you, creating a family and having the best life. I love you, Tad, forever, babe.
Amy and Tony stand beneath this chuppah, lovingly built by Amy and her dad, ready to begin their life as husband and wife. This canopy represents the new life they're building together, open on all sides, open to friends and family, open to the past and the present and the future, to traditions old and new, yet beneath it, always sheltered by God's presence. It's a reminder of the protection and nurturing that your relationship needs to take root, to grow, and to flourish.
East Boston, December 1980. This 11-pound nugget came into this world. It was a couple of years before I came into the picture and totally turned this guy's life upside down. So much so that my parents actually took him to an audiologist to get his hearing checked, because he kept ignoring them and kept asking them what, over and over. Come to find out, it was just behavioral. He wasn't happy having to share all of the attention he once had with someone else. Well, big brother, given we're here for a second wedding for you, just want to point out who the favorite is.
You're someone who gives 110% to everything that you do, and I admire that deeply. Most of all, I love how much you love my friends and my family, and how hard you work to keep Todd constantly present in our lives, even though you never had the pleasure of meeting him yourself.
You've believed in my sister since day one, and I can't begin to tell you how much it means to know that you support her dreams just as she supports yours. Mom and Dad, thank you for giving me this little sister. She's the best troublemaker I know, and I've learned so much from her. How to live life to its fullest, how to know when a matzo ball is perfectly cooked, how to break the rules every once in a while, and how to show up for the people who matter most. Amala, I hope I can grow up to be like you one day.
I promised always reciprocating my hands, as you see me do. Soup, dumplings, and seafood pancakes, and potato salad. Stuck in traffic, no traffic, makes no difference to me. I promise that no matter where we are, I'll never be too far away to fly home and tell you that I love you. I promise to always be open and honest with you. I promise to always love you more the next day. I promise to never let 11/19 go unnoticed. And I'll never let a day go by without thinking how badly I wish Todd was here to be my brother too.
This wonderful couple have embarked on an exciting journey, Tony in his new career move and Amy with new projects on the horizon, and we look forward to enjoying their successors. So now it's my honor to toast these two lovebirds and wish for them the strength to pursue their dreams. We wish them nothing but happiness, and so we say l'chaim and salut.
Might be one of the most difficult things I've had to write without crying, because I can't thank you enough, from the bottom of my heart, for welcoming me into your family with open arms, for guidance, for hugs, for jokes, for eternal optimism, for your strength that you've shown, for your sweetness, for teaching me what a laugh cry is, for your never-ending support no matter how stupid of an idea that doing television might be for me, and for being our biggest cheerleaders. Thank you a million times over. I love you both so much that it hurts.
Thank you for being so generous that I have to be careful what I say, or anything I could ever want will appear at our front door. But more than that, thank you for understanding that the best gift you could ever give me is your time.
Amy and Tony just completed the ancient ritual of circling. Together, they circled each other, and by doing so, symbolically marked a sacred space around each other. A space that's circular, with no beginning and no end. A space that will expand without losing its shape, to include each of them and each of us, their cherished family and friends. A space that will protect their growing relationship and their commitment to one another.
Being married to you for just over a year, I've had the chance to really assess the fact that I certainly won in this deal. You made me laugh with jokes, melt me with, that's real. That's real, yeah. You melt me with your sweetness, and you keep me beside my own self with how thoughtful you are. There isn't another person in the world I would have moved across the country for except for you. And I do it again every day because what I realized in the last year is that being with you is where home is. Marrying you has been the best decision I've ever made. You've made me a happier person, a kinder person, and a better person, as anybody who's ever worked at Mooney will tell you.
Ani Vidodi,
Vidodile.
Vidodili.
I am my beloved's,
I am my beloved's,
and my beloved is mine.
and my beloved is mine.
Ani Vidodi,
Vidodile.
Vidodili.
I am my beloved,
I am my beloved's,
and my beloved is mine.
and my beloved is mine.
Halfway through this episode of brain-melting entertainment, you looked at me and said, "Being married to you is just so easy. We have the most fun, even when we're doing nothing." And that was just another moment with you where I found so much happiness in the small stuff. This past year, we finally lived in the same city together and turned our house into a home. Our marriage and my life with you is that over the green monster World Series type of love. I could not be happier. I could not feel luckier. And as always, I love you, Ty. Thank you for being supportive, encouraging, and kind. I feel you being proud of me every day, and I couldn't be more proud of you. Now, as a wise magician might say, you see that one breaking glass? Let's turn it into the most magical life filled with more joy than we could ever imagine. I love you, Tide.
Mazel tov! I now present Amy and Tony as husband and wife for the very first time. You may kiss her.
I am so thankful for how much respect you have for me and my fiery independence, and how you do everything you can to let my light shine as bright as possible. You are someone who listens intently and supports and encourages me, making me feel like I am capable of anything I set my mind to. You show me daily how proud you are of me, and I couldn't ask for anything more.
Somewhere in there, I broke a glass and we got married, but that was only after we made a few promises to each other. And none of those promises were more important to me than never letting a day go unnoticed, without missing the one person who should be here with us but isn't. Todd's the brother-in-law that I never had a chance to meet, and we make it a point to notice every sign from him every day, any way we can. Krista, Laura, Adam, and Tony, I couldn't think of the words to write for you guys. I honestly couldn't, because your constants, just you're always being there for support, for always being there for somebody who can pick up a phone when I need to talk, for always offering stuff that I didn't know I needed before I needed it. Thank you, thank you, thank you, and thank you.
Thank you to Tony's family, who's always warmly welcomed me as their daughter-in-law, sister-in-law, and new cousin to many, many of you.
Amy and Tony, thank you for being the best sister and the second best brother ever. May you continue to fill your home with the jokes of my favorite comedy writer and the delicious meals of my favorite chef. But more importantly, may you love each other more and more every day, continue to be each other's biggest champions, and always know that as you grow together, your big sister is always here to scream while jumping up and down in celebration of you. Please raise a glass to these two amazing people.
Our family growing and cannot wait for it to get bigger. Come on, you guys. The biological clock is ticking like this. I love you both. To leave you with a quote from one of their favorite movies, when you realize you want to spend the rest of your life with somebody, you want the rest of your life to start as soon as possible. Let's raise a glass to this power couple. We love you. Chin chin, mazel tov.